used before. That's not there. So hello, everyone. It is, well, what time is it? Well, for you guys, it's 6 o'clock. For me, it's 7 o'clock because I am in Halifax.
Well, for me, it's 5 o'clock.
Where are you?
I'm in Canada.
I know, me too. What city?
Too.
What city? I mean, no, no,
It's 5 o'clock. I'm in Ontario.
no. For me, it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, for you, it's 5 o'clock. What am I talking about? Yeah, you're in Ontario.
It's 5 o'clock for me as well.
I don't know what I'm thinking about. Oh my God, Jerry's there. Hey, Jerry.
Hi.
I'm in Acaville.
All right, so I know a lot of you, some of you guys I've seen before in my other class. So let me tell you very quickly what we're gonna do. There's a new class we're trying to start, reading class, and it uses Time Magazine materials. Now, Time Magazine has been around for a long, long time, and generally it's for adults. Okay, and so they've made one that's called Time for Kids, and somebody's got their microphone on and talking there. I can't hear. So this magazine has been written so that it's for the different grade levels, like grade 1 up to grade 5 and on. So we're gonna take a look at it today. It's gonna be kind of difficult because we're gonna have 20 or 30 people in the class. It is gonna be hard when I ask people to talk because of all the confusion. So we'll have to do the raise hand thing, and most of you guys know how to do that in the Zoom. Make sure for now your microphones are off. Normally I want everybody to have microphones on, but right now it'll be crazy if we don't. So 30 minutes, I'm gonna take a look at the G3 class, 3-4 class materials. And we're gonna take a look at one of the small readings, the first reading from that one. And then at, I guess for you guys, 5:30, we're gonna take a look at the G5 level. And that's kind of a 5-6 level. And we'll take a look at one of the readings, basically the same kind of lesson, but 2 different levels of book. We'll see how it goes. So I don't have a lot of time for intro. I've only got 25 minutes left. I'm gonna share my screen and let's get going. So right here, you can see this is Time for Kids. And in this series, there's 15 different kind of like magazines done in this way. And it looks very much like the real Time magazine with the red border and it says Time up there. Very well-known, popular magazine. All right. So each of these ones, and this is from lesson 7. I took one in the middle so we wouldn't be repeating it if we start the class. Each one has a different topic or theme and also has a different strategy for reading, okay, of what you need to find, what you need to look for. This one, for example, we're going to take a look at a graph to make sure we can understand information from a graph. And if we just look at the title here, what is it saying to us here? Business makes a difference. Businesses help people make their dreams come true. So somebody, I don't know who, because we got 1 million people here, can somebody tell me, what do you think that means to make your dreams come true? What dreams? Like the dreams you have at night when you're sleeping? Anybody want to put up your hand and tell me?
What you want to be in the future.
Just wait. And so we have to use the little computer hand, not your hand, because I can't see everybody, right? So Jerry, Jerry, just so you know, this is the G3-4. So wait until the second half, okay? Thanks, Jerry. All right, Angela. What kind of dreams are they talking about?
They're talking about like what you wanna be when you like grow up in the future.
I still don't know. So we'll see how that goes. Exactly, make your dreams come true. Now, can somebody tell me, how can a business make your dreams come true? Anybody else, a different person want to put up their hand? Miles?
You make money for the job.
Yeah, it's kind of about money, right? But is there any way that your dreams can come true with a business, but it's not about money?
Maybe your dream is to be able to do like a sort of thing.
Wait, you got to put up your hands, remember? Richard, you have your hand up. What were you going to say? Richard, no? Okay, Ethan?
Like for business, I see, like for example, maybe you really like cooking, you could maybe start like a baking business. If you really like animals, you could start a veterinarian business. If you're very interested in, let's say, books, you could start a library business. If
Yeah.
you're interested
Or a
in like,
bookstore.
if you like taking care of kids, you could maybe have daycare.
So it's not always just about money, right? Some of it is about doing something that you really enjoy, you really love to do. And that's something else that can make your dreams come true, right? Here, I'm just gonna lower some people's hands. So looking at the cover there, we have these people. What's their business? Let's get somebody new there real quick, and then we're gonna get into the reading. What's their business? Put up the electronic hand. Faye.
In the picture, their business is
What do you think?
helping people at the store.
Or maybe it's their store. What kind of store is it, Faye?
I think it's theirs.
But what kind of store? What are they selling? Take a look over there and
I think I know.
Yeah.
I think
there. Let's get somebody new here.
Yeah.
Ethan,
I know.
Miles? Oh, Among Us. Who's Among Us? Among Us. Try that one. What kind of store is it?
Maybe it's a grocery store.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it looks like some kind of grocery store. It looks like food on the shelves. There's a scale and there's some food down there in some way. All right. So here we go. Now we are going to get into, yep.
Hello.
Hello.
I think it might be like a pharmacy. So this might be the
Mhm.
pharmacy part because I see some medicines in the corner.
It does look like that, but these, I don't know. I think these also could be like spices and things. But
No,
you're
like
right.
it
Here,
looks a lot like bottles.
like there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know. And it's not even in the book. So we're never ever going to find out. So here we go. All right, let's move on to the next part of this. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of show parts of this reading as we go. And we're going to take a look at this first reading a little bit here. So legacy of dreams, 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 dreams. Read this sentence. Okay. They didn't start out as Americans, but immigrants still go after the American dream. Now there's a lot there, okay? So everybody lower their, like, don't keep your hand up forever, ever, right? Once we move on, let's get our hands down. Just so, wait for my question, okay? So who can tell me, and I wanna get some new people if we can, what is the American dream? What does that mean? Jerry, no, I'm not gonna take questions. I'm not gonna take your answers until the second half.
Ask a question that, like, not for
What?
this.
Okay, well, let's focus on this. I've got almost no time, so I totally can talk about it. So interesting. Do you have an answer?
Yeah, it probably means the opportunities presented in America.
Opportunities to do what?
Opportunities to start businesses and new jobs and such.
Okay, absolutely, an opportunity to have a business. Now, somebody else tell me. Okay, let's try to get someone new if we can. What is an immigrant? Put your hands up there, Freddie.
An immigrant is like someone not from America, like somebody from India, Africa, or Europe.
So we have, well, or anywhere else outside, right? Outside of that country. So an immigrant moves to a new country. Now, why would an immigrant move to the United States? Give me a reason.
I think I have an answer.
Hold on. What's that?
I have an answer for this one.
I know, but you got to put your hand up. I've already got another person here.
My hand is up. Wait, why is it not that I've tapped it?
I don't know. Well, now it's up. But hold on. I want to get some new people too, though. Okay, it's
Yeah,
fine.
but
I know, but
yeah.
we got 36 people. Just hold on. We can get another one. Like Shania, go ahead.
actually there are like
Hold on.
there are actually 35.
Hold on. There's, yeah, I know, but I want Shania to answer now.
An immigrant might go to like America or Canada because the situations in their home country are not that good. Like, for example, there are wars going on, or like
For sure.
it's dangerous for them, so they might want to like sort of evacuate from the
Yeah,
country.
they might
to
want to
find a
leave because it's
safe
safer, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like somebody said before, they have an opportunity for business. Maybe they didn't have the opportunity in their country, right? So if we're taking a look at that, here's what the readings kind of look like generally. Okay. This one here, just to show you real quick. For example, it's on 2 pages. This is a separate reading. It's something, oh, look, Bill Gates. And we're going to take a look at this one and see how much we can look at together before our time is up. Because like I said, we don't have a lot of time. So if we take a look at this one, oh, hi, who are you? I don't know who they are. It doesn't say in there anywhere. I have no idea. There's our first paragraph. So during the real class, of course, you guys will have access to the materials before class. You may get the whole book, I'm not sure yet, but it won't be all reading just in class. But right now, can you guys read that paragraph right now? So take like, 30 seconds, keep your microphones off for now. And yeah, Ethan, yeah.
Immigrants are basically people who are forced to leave their home country and move to another country because of conflict.
No, that's when we start getting into refugees.
Oh no, sorry. I meant
yeah.
to just like move from one country to another.
Yeah.
Because
Anybody, and they could just do it because they want to. It doesn't even have to be a reason.
Usually it's because they can either be married to someone who lives in that country.
It's a possibility. There's many possibilities, but let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. Let's move on. So here's the paragraph. People come to the United States. So I'm going to give you guys like about 20, 30 seconds here. Read that paragraph, everybody, please. Okay, go ahead. Everybody read that paragraph.
People come to the United States.
I mean, no, not out loud. To yourself. Yeah, to yourself. But thank you. I appreciate. No. That's the kind of effort and enthusiasm I enjoy. But yeah, there's too many things. We will do that in class, but right now let's just have everybody read it alone. Okay, go ahead, read it. Read it in your mind. Okay. That should be long enough for you guys to read that. So at this point now, does anybody have a question about vocabulary words? Is there any vocabulary word there that somebody is a little bit unsure about? Elena? Elena?
The word that
Yeah.
I think
Which word? Or are they okay?
I just don't know how to say it.
Which line is it? Tell me when I get there.
Yes.
Yes? Where? Businesses? Immigrants?
This one, yes.
Ah, okay, that's what we talked about before up here, right? Immigrants. And we said how it's people that come from another country, right? Faye, you got a question?
I was about to say the same word.
Yeah, so immigrant, just to be clear then, so an immigrant is somebody who moves from their country, not just to visit, not on vacation, but they move to live in this new country, right? So they're not just going for fun or a short time. They want to
So like you're in France and you move to Germany.
Yeah, people could do that. It'd be very easy to do that in Europe because of the passports are the same. But sometimes it's very difficult. Now, okay, somebody else tell me now. Put up your hand when you're ready. Somebody tell me, what difficulties do people have when they immigrate? According to this reading, what difficulties do they have? Shania? How many hands do you have? It looks like you have 3 hands or 4 hands there, I think. I don't know.
My sister's here, that's why.
That's fine. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, they have like language borders.
Does it say that? Just wait. So where does it say that?
It says they may not speak good English when they arrive.
Exactly. So we're only going to get, excellent. So that's just one thing. That's great. I'll get some more from other people. So when you're answering questions, when we do reading together, right, you're only ever using the information from the reading. Lucas, have you got something else that is a problem for these people when they arrive?
They may have a little education.
They may, and it gets not necessarily, but they may have little education. So what does that mean?
Or when the other, when like, say like you were in New Jersey and you didn't learn that much and then came to America, then you don't know that much.
Well, and it's not that they don't know much, but what kind of education are we talking about? Are we talking about high school or university?
University.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like university education. So if you don't have your university education, what's going to be very difficult? Anybody would say that? Angela, what would be very difficult if you don't have a university education when you come to America?
Oops.
No? Miles, could you answer that one?
It's just I forgot to keep my hand down.
Well, I can't answer that question, but I can.
Okay, we'll
do
give you another
another
thing
one
as a
at the
problem. What's
top.
another problem then?
To make a living, some immigrants work picking fruit, sewing clothes,
Yeah,
and
don't,
doing
now,
other-
be careful. Now, here's the one thing I don't want you guys to do in the class too, is don't just read the reading to me. I can do that, right? So if you see something in there, just tell me kind of in your own words. So what kind of jobs do they have to work, Miles?
Just by picking fruits.
Well, there's a couple examples there. Kind of make a more general statement. What types of jobs?
Sewing clothes.
No, but don't tell me the examples. What types of jobs are these all?
Hard work.
Few skill jobs.
Yeah, and we call them like low skill jobs. Now, I'm not saying that sewing is easy, but basically you don't need university training and degrees to do these jobs, and that's more likely to have them, right? So not enough education, you might not get the right job, right? Okay, now, Sherry, what were you gonna say?
I wanted to say, yeah, that you have to go to in university to get degrees so you can get a job. That's
Now, do you have to?
no, you don't have to, but
Hmm.
to get like knowledge jobs or not labor jobs, you have to go to university.
And then what's the other choice for these immigrants? What's the end of the paragraph tell us? What's the other choice for these immigrants? If they can't get the jobs that are already there, what might they do?
Open like a restaurant or
They could start their own business. And then we're back to that kind of that first thing here, right? I mean, maybe you need a business degree would be helpful, but not necessarily, right? All right. Let's take a look here now. So there's our next paragraph. I think it stops there. Yeah. Okay. Coming to America, finding the American dream. Again, let's try this one for, again, 20, 30 seconds. And again, just read it to yourself and read this one here. Okay. Read this paragraph right now. Go, 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 go.
Often people from
No, just
India
turn
go
off your mic.
to-
No. Yeah, just read it to yourself. No sound. Okay, go ahead. Everybody do it alone. Okay, now I could ask you questions about the details, but instead I'm going to ask you one big question about this one here. Okay, so don't put your hands up because you don't know my question. So put your hands down. Among us, you keep putting your hand up all the time, but I haven't asked a question yet. So here's my question. What is the goal of the people that start their business when they come to America? Why are they doing this, do you think? Take a look at that. Ethan, what do you think?
Well, maybe they just.
I don't want to maybe. I want you to look at the reading and tell me in the reading, what does it say? Is you can guess from it, not guess, you can figure out why are they working so hard to start a business and make money?
Well, maybe they probably have a family, or like they need to buy food to feed.
Does it
themselves
say that?
and-
Wait. Does it say that in the reading?
No, but they
No.
need.
So I know, but that's what I'm saying. We're going to be very careful about the reading in this class. And it doesn't say that they have to buy food for their family. It doesn't say that. So I'm asking the question, people from India, Korea, Mexico, they get these jobs and then open their own businesses. What is their goal? Eric.
Well,
Oh, wait, Ethan, I'm going to ask someone else now to continue here. Eric.
They want to make a living.
They do want to make a living. That's true. But there's a bigger thing here in this reading of why they're doing it all. Miles.
To pay for that hotel business?
No.
No?
These people are working like crazy to get really small jobs that become big jobs that become businesses. Why? Freddie. If you don't know, put your hands down. Look at the last part I said here. Why are they doing
I
that?
know now.
Well,
So
Ethan,
they're-
hold on. Wait. There's a new person here. I like new people, so hold on. Teresa, what do you got?
I think it's because they need to pay for their children to go to college.
Yeah, it's not always true, but so many times there's situations where these immigrant families, when they come here, their main goal is to give their children a better life. Because these people, when they were children, what was their life like as children? Again, put your hand down until I ask a question, right? So, Sherry.
When they were little, they probably didn't have very good education.
Mhm.
Like, for example, in Asian countries, many people live in poverty, so they don't have that much to go to school properly.
Is that background noise in your house? No, somebody's got their mic on. And there we go. So, you're absolutely right. I mean, why are they leaving their country? And again, we're not talking about all immigrants. Some immigrants, they go to university, have a full education, and then come to live in Canada or the United States. Absolutely. But we're talking about the ones that come who don't have the benefits that we have. Like, think about how hard your parents are working so that you go to university. You guys are in a very similar situation. But these guys are starting from like zero, right? That's the kind of immigrants we're talking about. American dream. Can these kids grow up and be president one day? It's a trick question. Only if they're, does anybody know the answer to my question? Can these children, huh? They have
Only
to be,
if they're born in America.
they have to be born in the United States. Exactly. Or it could be born in a US territory and stuff like that. Okay.
But I'm in America.
Where were you born?
In China?
Yeah, so you cannot be president.
I think
Yeah, Sherry.
I forgot.
What
What's that?
about? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
What about Canada? like-
No, Canada doesn't have that same law. So anybody can be like, and if you think about it, it's strange in the United States because the first presidents in the United States were immigrants. Some of them were from England, right? And then they changed the law after the war. In Canada, it doesn't matter. You could, whatever. You have to be a citizen of Canada, but you don't have to be born here. All right, let's move on. See how much more we can do here before our time is up.
Can I say something?
Okay, sure.
Okay, let's see. My mom and my dad, they lived in China
Yeah, I
before
think it's most everybody.
they lived in China, and when they were like children, they were really, really, very poor, and then they eventually grew up and were offered a job in Canada, so they immigrated to Canada.
Yeah.
And then they had me and my sister.
There you go. And that's a very similar story probably for a
But
lot.
honestly, I was born in America.
You were born in the United States.
Yeah.
You could be president one day. There you go. Congratulations. But that you'd have to be a citizen, and that has its own complications for you guys. Here we go. Coming home to the family business. Now this one's a little bit longer here. It's the last part. We don't have much time, so we're not going to read this last part. But basically it's about the children of the immigrants and how they, what's going on here? Why am I signing out again? And how they deal with that. But here's what I want to take a look at. In many cases, we have these kind of graphs. And I'm going to do that real quick. Just got to make sure I can see it. So here's a graph. Now I got lots of hands up. Let's put all our hands down. Put all our hands down because we don't have time. Normally, the class, of course, will be much smaller, and you guys can. No, Gabby, you cannot control my screen. So just let's lower our hands. So here we go. Can somebody tell me? Put up your hands. What is this? And I want to see some new people if we can. What is this type of graph called?
Pie chart.
Put up your hands. Got to put up your hands. I want to see some new people. Go away, Jerry. Miles, go ahead.
Pie chart.
It's a pie chart, pie graph, something like that. It's like a piece. It's why is it called that? Because it looks like pie. What kind of pie? I don't know, because it's a strange color for pie. It's not pizza. Maybe it's I don't know, blueberry and orange and lime, and I don't know. So what is this pie chart showing us? Well, let me ask you a different question. Where do we learn the topic of the pie chart? Where can we see the topic of the pie chart? I see you, Sherry. I'm just looking for other people too. Got to share the love, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anybody else? Can somebody else tell me, where do I see Miles? Thank you. Nice. That was quick. See, that's what I'm talking about. Putting that heart up there. That's rocking. So in this graph, where do I learn the topic of the graph? Anybody? I'm going to let Sherry talk again if nobody else has an answer. Okay, Miles, go. Let's Miles. Okay, go ahead.
The subtitles.
The subtitle or the title?
The title and the subtitle.
Yeah, both together. But if I just want to have the basic, what is this about? Americans born outside the U.S.
The title.
That's right at the title, right? And then there's some more detailed information here. So here's my next question. So 25%, now tell me, true or false? 25% of Americans were born in Asia. True or false?
True.
True.
Really? 25% of Americans are Asian?
False.
False.
Ah,
It's false.
and that's where we can get into trouble. Yeah, let's not go crazy. So
Out of the
can anybody stop, wait,
12%.
wait for it. Can it? My dog is choking on the couch. Go get off the couch. Go down. What are you doing? If you're gonna, I just don't want my dog yakking on the couch. Go lie down over there. What percentage of Americans were born in Asia?
12%.
Nope.
25.
What percentage of Americans, according to this graph, what percentage of Americans were born in Asia?
12%.
4%.
Wait, stop. Don't just split it out. You got to put up your hand. I don't want to hear people just screaming. You got to put up your hand. Eric, what do you think?
3%.
Exactly. This only is about 12% of Americans. Hey, 25% of the people in this graph from Asia. Therefore, 25% of 12, do the math, 3% of Americans born in Asia. Awesome. How about people from the Caribbean? About how much?
Wait, doesn't
That's about, let's see, I'd say
Not I'd say. I
1.3.
don't want an I'd say. I want an exact figure according to this. What percent
I'd say
you'd say? Anybody? Angela, you know? What percentage are from the Caribbean? No? Lucas?
1.2.
Exactly. Now we've got some math going on now, right? 1.212, whatever. It's a small number. So 1.2%. Exactly. And we have to be able to look at graphs and understand them correctly. Now, let's have a looky look. I don't know if we can do all these. We didn't answer all, we didn't read the whole reading, but let's take a look real quick and then we're going to switch. Okay. From this article, I wish I don't think I can I do it? No, I don't think I can. I know in Collaborate and some other ones, you can do a poll. Oh, there we go, poll. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this real quick. And you are logged in from another device. Your polling session is inactive. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Disney.com.
Of course I do, because I'm awesome. So here we go. I'm sorry, I can't do this. Let's try it with the chat. Although this is going to be insane. Let's see how it goes. From this article, the reader can. I can't do the poll because I didn't host the meeting, so I don't have control. From this article, the reader can tell that many immigrants come to America, and let's say I got A, B, C. Okay, A, B, C, D. In the chat, put why are immigrants coming to America? A, B, C, D. Put it in the chat. Go. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Now it's pretty easy because you're going to see what everybody else is doing. Put it in the chat. B, 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 B. Clearly it's B. All right, really quickly because we got to move on to the other book. When the Patel family came to work, we did not look at that one. Yeah, we didn't have time right now. Here, let's go with the graph. Look at the graph. The greatest number of foreign-born Americans came from where? Now, does anybody remember from the graph? I'll go back to the graph, but do you remember? Central America, Asia, South America, Europe. Did anybody remember which it is? It's not B. A, D. Everybody's just going like anything, right? All right. What do you think? What's it from? Right there. Central America. So it's A. Nobody's putting A. Everybody's putting everything else except A. What? All right. We can stop that now. So listen to me now. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to switch over now to look at the other book. Okay. This book was from, everybody lower their hands. This book was from, as I said, the G3-4 level. And so some people are at that level, grade 3, grade 4, and this book would be pretty good for those levels, okay? Here, I'm trying to zoom this out, but it's not doing it for me. There we go. And then here we go. There's that one. I want to move on to the next one, which is G5-6. The people who are at the G3-4 level, you don't have to stick around if you don't want to. You can log out at this point, or you can hang around and see the other book as well. But you'll see the difference between the level 3 and the level 5 book. There are definitely some differences between them. So the next one clearly looks very similar, the basic idea. And this one is about the first Americans. Ooh, Now, what's with that?
It's a skull skeleton head.
Yeah. So let's put this together, okay? Take a look.
There's a skeleton head on.
Wait, don't speak until I ask. Put your hands down. Just wait for it. Okay, put your hands down and only put your hand up if you have an answer to a specific question I'm asking, okay? So here's the question. There is a skull. There's a question that says oldest baby. And then it says first Americans. A 9,400-year-old skeleton reveals new clues about our earliest history. So, who can tell me in general what is the topic of this edition of the book? Who can tell me what is the most likely the topic? Miles.
About our history.
Not you got to give me a much more specific answer than that, because it's not about history. It's not about recorded history at all. What's that?
American history?
No, it's not even about American history, really. Jerry, you can get in on this now. Oh, hold on. Wait, Sherry. Sorry. William.
I think the topic might be about like the earliest people that lived in America.
Mm-hmm. So, because how do you know it's going to be?
Because it says first American, and I know first means probably the oldest thing that happened, or the thing that happened the longest time before, and that's why I think that
when did the Europeans come to America?
I'm not sure.
Can anybody answer? Again, among us, please stop putting up your hand unless you have a specific answer to a question that I'm asking, okay? Jerry, where'd you go? I was expecting to hear from you. Jerry.
I don't really know this.
Oh, come on now. Sherry, go ahead.
Sort of like the 1600 or 1700, I'm pretty sure.
Even before that. An easy way to remember, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Now the Vikings came to Canada before that, about 500 years before that. But the real European colonization about 500 years ago. But what does it say here? What time are we talking about here? Somebody else get in there. What are we talking about here? What time frame? If anybody's typing anything in the chat, I'm not even looking at the chat. So you got to put your hand up to answer. So how long ago are we talking about? Ethan?
I'd say like 9,400, about 9,400, because it's just an estimate.
Well, it says not, yeah, it's not going to be a very accurate figure. So
Almost.
can anybody tell me
I mean,
more than what is this going to be about? Again, just from what we see here on the cover, what is this going to be about? Jessica?
Possibly like about like discovering about like those like about like skeletons and things, because like there's like the skeletons and like it said 9,400 year skeletons, like probably like revealing things about a long time ago.
So it's something a long time ago, finding skeletons. And what do we know about the skeleton from the cover?
It's the oldest
What kind of skeleton was it?
baby.
It was a baby skeleton. A baby. Aw, that's sad. Okay, here we go. So there's this thing, baby Lucy. Are you ready? The fossil of an ancient child is found in Ethiopia. Let's decompress that. Okay, get your hands down until I ask a question. The fossil of an ancient child is found in Ethiopia. So who can help me? Ethan, get your hand down until I'm asking a question. Who can help me? And I haven't even asked a question yet. Where is Ethiopia? Who can tell me where Ethiopia is?
Africa.
Wait, put up your hand. I've got two people. I got 3-4 people here. I'm having it's the Sherry show. Miles, go ahead.
Ethiopia.
Yes, that was my question. I said, where is Ethiopia? That was my question. Ethiopia is in Ethiopia, perhaps.
Yeah.
I think Ethiopia is in Ethiopia. Yes, it's very true. Very true. Can you be more specific, Miles?
In Africa.
Angela, you didn't put up your hand. Put up your hand, but you're right. It's in Africa. It's on the east coast of Africa. But next time, put up your hand so we can work on this together. So Ethiopia is there. Now, who can tell me what is a fossil? Elena. Now, I hope you have a good answer for this one. Elena, go ahead.
I think it's the bone.
The what? I didn't hear. Elena, I didn't hear what you said. I think it's the, and then I didn't hear.
Bones.
Did you say bones?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's part of it. Ife, can you add to that?
A fossil is.
No, hold on. Wait, I'm asking. Wait. I'm asking you, Faye.
Oh, I thought you said Ethan.
Nope. I'm trying to get new people here.
A fossil is old bone that is underground.
Right, and they're not even really bones anymore. It's more like rocks and minerals, but it's really, really old bones that have down there so long they've turned into kind of like rocks, right? So
something. Hello.
Hi. Who's talking? Let's get our hands down.
And there's no eye.
It's Ethan.
Uh-huh.
And also, I'm using skeletons are basically the bones that have been preserved from ancient like animals. Like everyone here has probably heard of dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
And then basically usually they're preserved best when trapped in under the riverbed. And over years, the layers get over them. And then over time, there are little holes in the bones. And then the bone gradually get replaced with rock. So basically, when you finally find those bones, or like fossils, basically all you have is basically you just take those bones and cover it with rocks. So basically it's just a rock replica of all those bones.
And it's difficult because it's a whole bunch of minerals. They become the bones. You're absolutely right. The bones over time get replaced, even down to the cellular structure. The bones get replaced with minerals. And so essentially, when we talk about dinosaur bones, there's no bones left. It's just a replica. It's like almost like it looks like it, but it's made out of rocks, right? All right, so we got fossils. They're looking for fossils in Ethiopia. This is important because many people believe that's where we first originated as human beings. So again, this is a little bit harder because we're at a higher level here. Take a look at this reading now. I'm only gonna give you the same 30 seconds here, and I'm gonna see if anybody can pronounce that when we're done. So here we go. Read these 3 paragraphs, and then I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions, okay? So read these paragraphs, again, to yourself. I don't wanna hear anybody reading yet. Okay, read these 3 paragraphs. Go ahead, go. So, what was the discovery? Again, please think about, don't throw up your hand, right? And don't put it in the chat because I'm not reading the chat. Think about your answer really well. What was, Ethan, I want you to really focus on the answer. I don't want you to get distracted with things you might know, right? Only from this reading. What was discovered? Okay, Jessica?
It's like the scientists found like this kid skeleton, and then it's like 3 years old, like 3.3 million years ago. They like, it was like, they named it Salam, and then it was like a special sort of like species.
Focus. Is this Jessica from my class, Jessica?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sounds like you. Yeah, focus. Don't ramble. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, is that Jessica? I think that sounds like Jessica. So yeah, okay, so they found the skeleton, the bones, the fossils of what was essentially a baby. And they said it's 3.3 million years old, and it's called
Australopithecus.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Australopithecus. Yeah. Sherry, you want to try?
Yep. Australopithecus afarensis. Can I?
Afarensis. Yeah. Afarensis. So
Can I try?
Australopithecus afarensis. What? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Australopithecus
afarensis. I know, right? So this obviously is a name that doesn't mean a lot to us, but you can see something in there. What do you see there that you might recognize? Can anybody see? What does that look similar to, Lucas? Australia, yeah. We have this idea of Australia means more than just the country there. But anyway, so here we go. So they found this. Now, what did they call the skeleton they found?
Lucy.
Nope.
Salam.
What did they?
Salam.
Salam. Who's Lucy?
It's like another skeleton, like nearby this place they found it.
Very similar place, right? So Lucy, when they talk about baby Lucy, they're talking about Lucy or Salam?
Salam.
Salam. So they found this one. It's about 3.3 million years old, and it's about
Like the
150,000
baby's name
years.
is.
Hmm?
The baby's name is Salam.
Yep. So the scientists named the skeleton Salam. So the discovery was very interesting because it was found very close to another one that was found there many years ago. And there is what they found. They found the skull, And then they found the bones. Not all the bones, but most of the bones are there. Pretty creepy, right? And this is Lucy's skeleton. And Salam's skeleton was smaller than that. But Lucy was full grown, and how tall was she?
4 feet.
Right there, this is the skeleton of Lucy. She's about 4 feet tall, which is normal at the time. Now think about how tall are you? 4 feet. How many centimeters is that? And yeah, it's about 120 centimeters tall.
Dad.
And that was, is anybody taller than that? Who's taller than 120 centimeters?
I'm
150 something.
Right? So you would be a giant 3 million years ago.
I am.
Exactly. You would be a giant 3 million years ago because the adults got to about 4 feet tall, and they died when they were about 25 or 30 years old too. So
Yeah, because they didn't have enough like medical supplies to.
Then
like,
I'll be as tiny as a bug compared to that skeleton.
What? Say that a bug? What? Angela? What'd you say?
I'll be as tiny as a bug compared to that skeleton.
You know, you're not. The skeleton's not big. The skeleton's small. All right. So this one now, instead of taking a look at graphs, this one's going to deal with maps. Okay. And clearly then, get your hands down. Get your hands down. Get your hands down. What is this a map of here?
Africa.
Africa. And then we've got Ethiopia. Okay. What is the capital city? Hands. Wait. Don't just turn on your microphone. I want to see the hands. Ethan, you haven't heard my question yet. What is the capital city of Ethiopia? I am killed by the what? What? Who is I am? I don't know. You don't have a name. It just says I am killed by the something. You. Who?
Killed by the imposter.
Okay, can you answer my question? What's the capital of Ethiopia?
It's Addis Ababa.
Yeah, Addis Ababa. Everybody say that. Addis Ababa.
Addis
Sounds like sounds kind of like I want my baba. I want my baba Addis Ababa. Sounds kind of similar. Now, we're not going to read the whole thing here because we don't have lots of time. But in here, there's a lot more details about time. So another thing we would look at in this lesson, if we had time, is a timeline. What is a timeline? Again, put your hands down until I ask the question. Put your hands down. Okay. So who can tell me what is a timeline? Austin, do you know, or you don't, or is that for something different? Nope, Stone Cold Steve Austin's gone there. What is a timeline? Anybody new? Sherry and Miles, you're there. Jessica, there's too much Jessica, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know, right? Who am I seeing today? I'm not seeing Jessica today. No. I'm seeing Jerry today. Jessica, when's our class?
Thursday.
Thursday? Oh, yeah. All right. So I have a couple more days. Go ahead, Jessica. What's the timeline?
It's like a line, like, and then like
No
there's
way.
like, and there's like these.
And
times,
what's on the line? What's on the line? Blow my
Like-
mind.
These times.
No. So a timeline. Now what you're saying is a line. What else is on it though?
And then it like says like in like at that time there's like something happened, I guess.
Right. So there's these little annotations in some way, and we can see here. Here's an example of a timeline, and it's not a timeline. Well, you guys can tell me, what is this? What, Sherry, you leaving? What is this a timeline of? Take a look at it and tell me, what is this a timeline of? And really think about your answer before you put your hand up, okay? And don't just read this to me, right? I can read that. Tell me what is this showing?
Timeline.
Wait, put up your hands. Put up your hands. It is a timeline. What is it? Wait, Angela, if you have an answer, you got to put up your hand. What is the topic or the subject of the timeline? What is it showing us?
It's like some people like finding those fossils. When did they find these fossils?
Exactly. So it's about when the fossils were discovered. Okay. So which one is Lucy? What year does it say on the timeline? Austin, what year does it say on the timeline?
1974.
Wait, Angela, wait. Other people, you gotta put your hand up. Other people. Austin, what time was Lucy discovered according to the timeline?
1974.
Nah, listen to my question. And that's an important thing. According to the timeline, it looks like, oh, that's not true. Actually, there's a little thing there. Oh, yeah, there's a little thing there. I didn't see the little thing because sometimes timelines aren't exact. Exactly, 1974. Now, how is this timeline organized? So what I mean is they have written things on the timeline. How did they decide to organize the timeline? Take a look at it. Faye?
I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, lower your hand. How did they organize the timeline? Okay, Sherry, go ahead. I don't even know if you're there or somebody else's hands. Oh, I can't hear you.
They did it.
Oh, wait, you're having a laggy
20s.
internet. You're having
Booey.
laggy internet. Hold on. Try again. Are
Uh,
you outside?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your internet's lagging.
Is it better now?
Sure. Just tell me again because you're starting to say.
It's sort of organized in 20s, like
Sort of?
like 1950 to 1970.
Wait, you said sort of. So not really?
Oh no, my bad. 20s by 20s.
So it is organized. Yeah, exactly. Be careful with your language, right? It's sort of, kind of, maybe. No, it is. It's absolutely organized by 20-year periods, right?
Yeah.
It makes it a little bit easier to see. What happens if I did it by 5-year periods? Why did they not do that? Or 1-year periods?
Because it's too
Jessica?
far apart.
Jessica?
Like it would have been like super squished if they said like in this year some like they discovered this fossil and like you wouldn't have like a lot of space.
Well, it's not about space. I'm thinking more like between 1950 and 1970, if you had like all the years in here, it'd be really messy and squished and, you know, it'd like be too much information in there. Absolutely. All right. So now what I'll do is what I didn't do for the other class, but I'll do now to show you guys how it works with the book. Okay. When it comes to, oops, I'm in the wrong chapter now. When it comes to the book, this is how it's organized because we're almost done. It starts with the cover, and in class we would normally talk about the cover. What do you think it's about? Some of the readings might be for homework, so you're prepared to discuss, and some of the readings we might do in class, right? There would also be some writing in addition to the reading. Like you can't just do the reading and that's it. There would be some writing and mostly like summary. What's a summary? If you have to write a summary, what is that? Jessica?
It's like writing a paragraph about like whatever you read, just like so you like cut off like the unimportant things and then like talk about everything that's important.
So talk about the main ideas. Is it the same size, longer or shorter?
Shorter.
It's shorter. So a summary is really short. Now these are very short readings. So we're talking about like 50 words. You're writing a summary. So there will be some writing in the class as well. So you'll notice that there's 2 pages for that first reading. Okay. There also is going to be questions, for example, and we will take a look at a lot of that for comprehension in class. For example, this one, which of the following was on Earth first? We don't have time to do the chat thing, but who can tell me that one? Somebody knew somebody. Which was on first on Earth? Wait, don't put up your hand. Which was on Earth first? Put up your hand if you know the answer and your name is not Sherry. Who can tell me? Somebody knew. Angela, do you know how to do the computer hand? We got William there. William, what is it?
I think it's B.
Yeah, because Addis Ababa is a capital city. This guy, you know, was born much later. And we
Yeah.
said, how do we know it's Salam?
Because in the text it said Salam was born 150 million.
Not million,
I think
150,
I mean 1,000.
150,000 years before. There we
more,
go.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
So,
150,000 when you're older than me.
absolutely. So we would have that. We would have that idea, okay? And we would look at some of the questions in there as well. And then sometimes there's also going to be writing topics as well. But there's questions like that for each reading, and each chapter. I got to go back here now. Each chapter has usually 3 readings. So this one has 1 reading, Baby Lucy. It has another reading about early man in America, because this was, look at the title here, the first Americans, but this is not, this is Ethiopia. So later it talks about early man in America. And then it gets into that idea. And then there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 pages for that reading. So it starts with a small reading, goes to a bigger reading. And you'll see there's lots of graphs to look at and stuff as well, and maps. The whole thing about this one is maps. And then at the end, there's usually a final kind of map as well there. That kind of goes along with the same story. So you'll see there's like 2, sometimes 3 main stories. For example, this one, it's about geothermal power. There's 2 pages for the first story, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then kind of 5 pages for the second one. And it follows the same pattern again and again. Okay. Look how big this statue is. Isn't it crazy? Mount Rushmore. There's 2 pages and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and again 5. So it goes over and over like that. And for each of those, there's also lots of activities we can do that are in the teacher's thing, and writing activities as well. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the way the class is going to be organized. This is the textbook. And there are, as I said, there are 15 different kind of magazines, and each one will be done kind of like 1 a week. And you'll see it's like, sometimes it's like poetry and charts and tables and diagrams and maps and timelines is the one we did now. And the other book that we did, this one from the other level, it's done exactly the same way. It's the same kind of structure. So there's no surprises there. The difference is the level of vocabulary and also the difficulty of the reading. That's about it. Why is this not working for me? I can never get it to go to 2 double pages anymore. Why? Anyway, there we go. So now's the time when I'm going to see if you guys have, because we got like 2 minutes left. Do you guys have any questions? Now let's get our hands down unless you really have a question. Does anybody have any questions? Look at the sun. The sun is coming through. I'll do that. Jessica's seen that before when the sun comes through. I got to put something on my window there. I'm not used to it.
It was fun.
I feel like a vampire. Any questions from anybody about what we did?
Today was fun. No.
Well, you haven't done any real work yet, though. In the course, of course, there'll be less people. I think it's usually maximum like 8 people, and you'll have to participate a lot. Everybody will have their video on, and we'll have lots of discussions about the reading to make sure the main focus is reading and understanding. Again, I don't want to know your opinion or things that you read somewhere else. We're going to look at a reading and talk about that reading, right? And make sure you really understand it. Okay? So it is, we got 38 people here. So thank you. I appreciate your time. You guys are awesome. A lot of people I didn't see, but that's expected too. A lot of people are just chilling out and watching, and that's okay. So I might see some of you again, even when the class starts. It won't be until like July or something like that. So anyway, I'm not exactly sure. So bye-bye. Enjoy the day. And Sherry's already outside enjoying the day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.